move to approve as presented.
Support.
That was Matt.
Correct.
Moved by Brent, supported by Matt, to approve the 2025-2026 Madison Shores catalog. Anybody got any comments or questions? If not, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Carried 7-0. Item C, consider approving the 2025-2026 milk bid.
I move to approve Custer's new bid. Angleton.
Support. I didn't actually see it.
Okay. I've got it. The only one we got. That's it now. I didn't see it till finance meeting.
That's how I did it in the past, they opened it there, so that's what I did this year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
You could actually open it whenever the end date is, make copies for it.
I heard support, didn't you?
Yeah.
Who was that, Nick?
Virginia
It was
support.
moved by Joe, supported by Virginia, to accept Custer's milk bid. It's the only bid we got, and they're the only ones I believe deliver in this area. And it's reasonable. They're always reasonable and fair, so. But it is the only bid we've got. So, if anybody's got any questions, comments? If not, all in favor of accepting the bid, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carried, 7-0.
Do you have a red bid as well?
We do not have a red bid.
Are we just planning on going with what we had for this year then, or this past year?
We will have to get more from Gordon's.
I move to approve, we continue to go with Gordon's.
Support.
Support.
And I don't think, if memory serves me right, we didn't get a red bid last year either.
That's correct.
Which one was it, Jake or Matt support?
Me or Brent, whoever you want to
I
pick.
thought Brett, okay. Joe, and then Brett. Moved by Joe, supported by Brett, to get bread from Gordon's. Any questions, comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carried, 7-1. Item D, consider approving,
Yeah.
that went down there. I didn't think there was a spot for it. Item E, we discussed adding under Mr. Ellison's report, discuss the accounting position. The only applicant we have is Maynard Custarian, who is currently assisting us. Probably this needs passed around.
Not everybody's got.
Oh, everybody's got it, okay. We've got about 130,000 not quite to work with. If we completely replace Regina. If we have her do part of the functions, we'll have to arrange what to pay and set up a position, because it'll be different. So what's your thoughts on that?
If we set a position, she's staying or she's
It would
leaving?
stay to do payroll and payables.
Until we found somebody.
Correct, yes, and Maynard did say they were able to. They just wouldn't.
They're not familiar with our software program, they need to get someone familiar with it, yeah, do that part.
This looked like a month, 2 months, till Maynard takes over.
They said they were thinking 3 months, but again, they weren't able to give me a definitive answer yet. Because they have to figure out the software, they don't use specifically Skyward right now, what we use. I did the other thing, so. Yeah, Regina, just to clarify, would be, because Candy would be trained for payroll, but Regina would be doing HR, so she would be payroll and grants.
But as of right now, she's resigned
September 3rd, if I remember correctly, that, you know,
Stop.
she did give me a letter, but,
I've got it.
Committee.
well, the 25th is Monday, so 29th, it would be August 29th.
I've got a question. Candy can do payables. Why can't Candy hit two buttons and do payroll? 'Cause it's all set up with all the payroll stuff in there, the deductions.
It is
All you gotta do is
possible.
go,
She would have to, yeah, she'd have to learn the program.
pay them, that's all you gotta do.
But does she have time?
If she
With
was
all the
going
student
to-
accounting and everything else that she's doing,
But if we're going to split it off, payroll is just one more payable. Why couldn't she, if she can do payables, why not do payroll while she's at it?
That's, yeah, she would have to learn
Because
the
it's
system.
the same system.
It sounded like in finance, Mr. Ellison was telling us that she should be able to learn it pretty quick.
For
And he
payroll,
had-
for sure, yes.
And he had another staff member that was gonna cover her in the central office, so she could leave to go in business office to cover that position and be in peace.
Couple days a week.
Twice a week, yes.
And she's willing to do, she's on board, Candy's willing to take the extra.
She is willing to learn those rules, absolutely. I just say payroll is a little more complex in learning the whole system to deal with payroll. Just, payables is part of that system, but it's cleaner,
Is
it's quicker.
Is Maynard still, available to assist with that? Or they only answer questions on the business manager part of it? Will they be able to help her with payroll if she has questions?
Not until they learn the system.
I said 3 months away.
That's the estimate they gave, but they wouldn't give you really a hard date yet of when they could actually take over the rest of it.
Do we have other school districts in the area that use Skyward that we can bounce questions
I
out?
believe so, I think Litchfield does, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe Gills will. There were a couple when I was part of the ISD, but I had to ask them, you know, if they're still using that.
Might be worth checking into.
Do you feel confident at this time Candy could get it done? Is it weekly, bi-weekly, how often is it?
payroll,
Payables would be done twice a month. HR would be busy sometimes, right, it just depends on how many new staff you have and, when open enrollment is, things like that. Yeah, I'm confident those two roles could happen. Payroll, I'm not as convinced yet.
Okay.
That's the one I'm a little
Is
worried
that
about that.
only-
I'm also worried about grants, because there's a lot involved in that. And I will say, that's one of the areas that Virginia did really well at. About $500,000 last year in grants, which would drastically change the current budget, which helped last year huge.
So is your recommendation, keep Regina for maybe 90 days until we can,
Until Maynard can take over some of that, yes, that would be what I'd recommend. The transition would be more choppy if we did do it that way, I'm afraid.
I don't think we want to bounce teachers' checks too bad.
No, that would be,
So does Maynard do grants?
they told me, yes, they do. They also stressed to me, talking to them, that they don't believe they would do as well as Regina, but they would do all the basic state grants that are out there. They wouldn't necessarily hunt for new ones.
And you say that the payroll is a different software.
Than what they're used to.
So can we switch to the software they use because we're training a new person anyway?
Yes, that option would be there. There'd be a cost that was incurred. I don't know, I remember if we went to Skyward, I remember it was like $10,000 or $11,000.
I thought it was more than
And
that.
then there's even monthly fees beyond that, but the initial, you could be right. I don't remember the exact figure, but it's pretty expensive to switch, but yes, the possibility is there, yes.
Are we using a special software that a lot of people don't use, that if we brought in new people, they would have to train completely all the time?
I think we're using a software that's designed for a school to help us in that fund accounting that we have to do back in the state of Michigan. In that,
It's the one we went to when we went to the ISD, because it was one the ISD used.
yeah.
There is a lot of schools that still use Skyward, yes. And again, I don't know if they have or haven't switched, but, there are other programs that certainly could do that, and I do not know what currently Maynard uses, but they recommended us not switching the software and that they would learn it. That's what they said, because there's too
shed any light on what they thought was complicated?
Just to learn the new software. They said there's a lot of complexities around payroll and making sure you know where all the boxes are at that you have to take care of in any new program.
Well, that's probably what happened with the retirement funds. Checking the box.
There was a box missing or whatever. I don't disagree, but again, I'm not an expert in any one of those. I've used Skyward before, but not on the payroll side.
Do we get reports once payroll is submitted? Do we get reports on any errors that occur?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, errors.
With the ORS,
Or.
we got a printout on what the error was when there was an incorrect submission. What do we see when that error happens?
We don't, again, I'm not an expert in this, or from what I know when that error happened, we didn't know it until someone came and said, hey, my retirement's wrong. And then we started looking into it and then found the errors. And then, so ORS had errors, but they never notified us, hey, there's all these errors, we gotta fix
That's
them.
my point, is they said that they get, that there's an error.
We had to
code.
realize there was an error first before.
Now, the error
to
code
check.
occurred, but nobody's following up on it.
They had a list, and we had the money sitting there until those were all fixed. Yes, that is how it happened as far as I know, but like I'm saying, I don't know beyond that. Yeah, it seems like we would have had the error code, or they would have emailed us or something, called us. But I don't know that answer is written. But, as far as like, I know how it happened, we found out there was an error, started checking with them, and it was on multiple people.
To try to prevent things from happening like that.
Yep. And that's one of the things Mia brought up, not that we had her, but she said a lot of the stuff, especially on the retirement side, happen if you just try to take over something without knowing that program well.
Makes sense.
So is Regina willing to do a month until Candy feels confident to perform the roles that she needs to?
She is willing to help the transition, whichever route you choose, yes.
I would move that we switch to Maynard, but keep Regina on board until Candy can get trained.
You know, on a part-time basis.
Yeah.
Support that. Maynard and, no, we would keep Regina on to be part of it till we get her established.
Payrolls and grants.
Yeah, but we'll have to leave that.
Anybody got any questions, comments?
Did you ask for discussion?
Yeah, that's what we done.
Okay, sorry. Are you gonna put a post out there, posting for this position?
Supposedly we had.
Do we have a,
We have the, business office posted right
it's
now.
posted, okay.
Yes.
And are you gonna reach out to the neighboring schools?
I can, absolutely.
Would you please?
Yep.
I mean, even if it's in Lenawee County, the neighboring schools, to see if anybody's willing to partner.
Okay.
Exhaust all options. The reason we have Mainers, cause I called them, clear up there, to look for somebody. So, anything out of the box.
Okay.
Comments or questions? Not all in favor? Does this need to be roll call, Brent?
It doesn't have to be, but because of the dollar amount, I would suggest that we part-time basis. Is that going to be as a school employee or as an entry staff? So that we can save on that retirement.
That question comes up as one. I'm not sure once they are a school employee on retirement, we can just boot them to
We have-
staff.
We had our,
in this case.
we had our, athletic director here tonight, who's a teacher, but his athletic director compensation is paid through EduStaff as third party, so we don't pay retirement on that.
Yeah, this one is technically a different position. It's not the same position that you're switching over.
Okay. Okay.
So put EduStaff in my notes here.
Again, that wasn't specified, so, in the motion, so I'm just, I guess,
Well, that can be part of the superintendent's discussion with her. If we ask her to help with the part-time part of it, which she does. You can ask what it takes to get her to do the part-time position, and then him and the finance committee can decide if that's reasonable. I think the motion is just to get Maynard on
Mhm.
board to do most of it when they can. And try to get Regina or someone to work with us till then. But you heard the motion, hire Maynard, with Regina helping payroll.
I did.
Yeah. Any other comments or questions? Okay, we're gonna do a roll call vote because of the amount. Joe? I started with you last time too, so. Yes or no?
No.
No.
Jake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Considering it's the only option we have right now, it's viable, Dick votes yes. Motion will pass 4-3. Well, I wrote that in there under items for discussion, so I'll move that down. That was all the new business I had. before Labor Day.
That works for me.
Wednesday the 27th?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Wednesday the
What about the
27th.
27th, next Wednesday?
Yeah. Next week in Labor Day, anytime after Labor Day, I'm really sorry. You guys can meet with all the I'm never home.
After Labor Day is September 10th,
And then
or September 3rd, sorry. If you want to stick to Wednesdays.
the third is,
Did you say September fifth?
3rd.
Third? What time?
Just want to keep it at 7?
I would have I would say if we do it that night, I would say the 8th because of other conflict that day.
So third,
You saying the 8th, maybe?
no, you said
No,
the
at
Oh,
8.
No, I said the 3rd at 8 PM.
Third at 8.
I can do the third at 8 PM.
I
How
can do
about
it.
you, Joe?
That'll make it work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna set it September.
I would move to schedule a special board meeting for superintendent evaluation for September 3rd at 8 PM.
support.
Moved by Brent, support by Matt, to have a special meeting September 3rd at 8 PM. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries 7-0. Any other items for discussion that we may have missed? How did school run today?
Pretty well. Schedule changing and things like that, but that's happens pretty much every year at this time.
Okay. Well, we don't have any other items for discussion, then there's no place to go.
So moved.
Support.
Is that Jake or Matt?
Matt and Brent.
Okay. I'll go with that.
9:20.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning at 9:20 PM, signify by saying aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries 7-0. We are adjourned.
Mr. Storeholder, could I just ask a question, since you're adjourned, on that special meeting that you just set, will there be any other business done, or will that be closed? I think you have to you have to go to a closed session from an open meeting, I believe, but will there be any other business?
That would depend on any emergencies that arose, but
Okay.
right now the plan would be for
You would
that.
have to reissue because the motion was for superintendent evaluation. You or two board members would have to issue a call for another special meeting to address that, because that can only be what is posted for as a special meeting.